Ladies and gentlemen, I am out today. We're going to be going through our lesson notes together here through this video. And then after that, you need to make sure that you follow all the directions that are on your Google Classroom calendar. Okay, what we're going to be working with today are equations and inequalities. Okay, so the difference between the two is that our inequalities have an infinite number of possible solutions. Now, infinite means that there are an unlimited number of possible solutions, meaning there's no end. So make sure that you're copying this down, and I want this on the top of everybody's page. I will be checking tomorrow to see that you have this. Now, equations deal with equal signs. Inequalities deal with equality signs. So you're working with greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to. Okay? So on the side, we'll just rewrite those and make sure that we write down what they mean. Greater, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at a pattern. We're going to go through example A, B, and C together. And I'm going to have you do D, E, and F on your own. So when I have you do D, E, and F, you're going to make sure that you pause the video. So if we take a look, we have Y plus 6 equals 16. We're just going to go through and do exactly what we've done before. This is an equation. We know exactly what we need to do. So we're going to subtract from both sides. Okay. So as we use that subtraction property of equality, we come up with a solution of y equaling 10. We go through and we can check that again. So we have 10 plus 6 equals 16, and 16 does equal 16. So we're good. Okay. The inequality is a little bit different. As we go through, just ignore that greater than sign. Ignore it completely. We're going to subtract it from both sides. And we know that y just has to be larger than 10. So it could be 11, 12, 13, 14, so on and so forth. And it keeps going on and on and on and on. That's why there's an infinite number of solutions. But what I want you to do right here is, why can't it be 10? I want you to pause the video and think about it right now. Why can't it be 10? Why can y not equal 10? Pause now. All right, if you haven't paused, make sure you pause. Now, if we're looking at this, if y was 10, we know that 10 plus 6 has to be greater than 16. 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 is not greater than 16. So we know that 10 cannot be a solution for this inequality unless we have what we're dealing with next, which is the greater than or equal to symbol. Now, as we're going through, we do the same procedure. Boom, boom. Y is greater than or equal to 10. So in this case, y can be any number greater than 10. Greater than or equal to 10. Okay? So it could be 10, 11, 12, 13, 8,544,321, whatever number you want it to be. Why can this be 10? What's the difference between this question, C, and the question that we had before, B? Pause, think about it, and come back. The reason, now that you've hit play again, the reason that this can be 10, we have 10 plus 6 is 16. 16 equals 16. 16 is greater than or equal to 16, is that symbol. This symbol with the bar underneath it tells me it can be equal. That 10 is a possible solution. So what I want you to do right now is pause the video, go through D, E, and F on your own. All right? Ready? Go. Pause the video. Now, since you come back, we know that 3G is a multiplication equation, so we're going to divide by 3. And we know that G equals 5. We throw that back in to check. 3 times 5 equals 15. 15 equals 15. And we know that because 3 times 5 is 15. Good. Here we have 3G is less than 15. So we're going to divide by 3, and we're going to get that G is less than 5. So that means that's any number below 5. So it's 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and any negative number. Okay. And in this case, 3G, we're going to divide by 3. We get G is less than or equal to 5. So that means that G could possibly be 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, all the way through all those negative numbers. It could be any of those. Any possible ones. Now, what I want you to do right now is go through, complete your exercises. I'm sorry, your example 2, and then play the video. Okay? Let's take a look at example 2 now. What we're doing is we're just going to choose from any of these numbers to see which of these equations and inequalities work. Now, when you do this, I want you to think about this phrase. I substituted blank into the equation or inequality because blank. So that's what I want you to think of when you're doing that. I know that doesn't look like English a little bit, but we'll be fine. So here we do the same problems. Let's take a look. Is 0 a possible? 0 plus 4 is not 12. 3, no. 5, no. 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. So we know that M has to equal 8. So it's our guess, check, revise strategy. Now this makes it a little bit different here. I have M plus 4 is less than 12. So if I substitute 8 in for 4, 12 is equal to 12. It's not less than 12. So 8 cannot be a possible number here. But we know that any number less than 8 will work. So M could possibly be 5, 3, or 0. Now C is a little bit different. Because if we look, 0 minus 4 is equal to 2. No. 3 minus 4 is 1. That's not equal to 2. 5 minus 4 is 1. That doesn't work. 8 minus 4 is 4. So no possible solution will work. So what we do is we write our 0 and we put our line through it and say no solution. Meaning out of that list, none of these work. None of them. Okay. For f minus 4 is greater than 2, that's different. Because we just need a number that's going to be greater than 2. So f could possibly, after using our substitution, be 8 10, or 14? And we can check. 8 minus 4 is greater than 2. 4 is greater than 2. We are happy. Okay. So then we have 10 minus 4 is greater than 2. 6 is greater than 2. We're all good. And we can just keep going through and using our guess and check in order to do that. Now, multiplication with a fraction. 1/2 of 8 is equal to 8. So what we have to do is think, what number is that half of it is 8? What number divided by 2 is 8? Well, if you look, the largest number that we have up here is 14, so let's give that a try. 14 divided by 2 is 7. So we know that none of these is going to work as a possible solution for 8. So for 1/2 of 8 equals 8. And we're going to find that the same thing goes with below. Now, what could you change in F to make it a true statement? Okay, what would you have to change in order for this to be true? Take a look, think about it, and we will talk about it tomorrow. Now I want you to go through exercises and your problem set. That is your homework. If you do not finish it, then you need to make sure that you do it at home. Also, if you do finish early in class, you need to make sure that you hop on to LearnStorm. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I will be back later in the day.